Добрый вечер, дорогие друзья. С вами Марина Дель, и сегодня я замещаю моего супруга Джорджа Делла, который обычно проводит интервью со звездами. И сегодня в кадре я, обычно я нахожусь рядом, сегодня в кадре я, потому что наш гость очень необычный. Наш гость говорит по-английски, а в нашем тандеме, как вам известно, по-английски говорю я, поэтому, собственно говоря, поэтому я и оказалась сегодня в экране. Ну что ж, ждем нашего гостя, он сам себя представит, хотя представлять его особо не надо, потому что вы все прекрасно его знаете. И сегодня наше интервью будет на двух языках. That's why I switched to English. I say hello to everyone, and with you in our home studio in Nuremberg, Marina Dell, standing for my husband George Dell, who usually does interviews with the stars of 21st century. And today we have a very, very, very special and very famous guest. So let's connect him and let him introduce himself. Okay, so just a moment. We are waiting for our guest to go live with us. Okay, so just one more second and ta-da! Finally! Finally!
Hello Marina, how are you?
Hello Stefan, but you need to turn your phone because you are, I can see you like this and you need to be like that. Okay, right. So yes, yes, now it's better, and your studio looks stunning. It looks really special, and it has this
it's not my studio. It's not my studio. It's at home.
I know, it's a home studio, same like ours, but ours is a little bit more conservative look than yours.
Home office. We are working all in home office. Yes.
Yes, exactly. So how does it feel to be working from home for such a long time?
Still unbelievable. We are now at home for over 1 year, and I cannot still believe it that we are not able at the moment to travel all around the world. You know, 1 year ago, we stayed in Israel and we had an amazing concert there. And this was such an amazing memory, and I think of it every day. And you know, now 1 year we are all locked down, and but this is for crazy situations for all around the world.
Yeah. Well, I hope it's crazy, maybe in some good way. Maybe something good will come out of it. And I have some questions actually to ask you. I need your opinion on few things, your professional, personal opinion. But before we continue, because we just jumped into our conversation, I want to introduce you, though you don't really need to be introduced, but still, I want to say that our guest tonight is a very famous singer and the most charismatic person I know, Stefan Trak, the performer, the musician, the solist of Чингиз Хан, of famous Чингиз Хан group.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so I will just repeat it in Russian because we will need to switch sometimes from English to Russian. Дорогие друзья, наш гость сегодня Штефан Трак, наш обожаемый друг Штефан Трак из группы Чингиз Хан, солист и душа группы Чингиз Хан. И сегодня мы будем говорить со Штефаном по-английски, но немножечко будем добавлять и русского языка слегка, потому что все-таки наша аудитория многонациональная, интернациональная, есть русскоязычная, есть англоязычная, поэтому мы будем немножечко перепрыгивать. So we will juggle with the languages today, I guess.
I always wait when you call me in English. I know that you are talking to me.
Exactly. And Stefan, I want to ask you, you've been so connected to Russia, and the Чингиз Хан group is so loved in Russia. I'm sure you know some Russian language,
A little bit. Of course, what I'm telling on stage, like Taktila and Ruki Ruki Ruki, all this stage stuff. But I'm sorry, but that I would like to speak much better Russian, but for me it's a really difficult language for learning.
I tell you what, I guess we are facing the same dilemma like me and the German language, because currently I'm learning German language. Ich lerne meine deutsche Sprache sehr fleißig, aber das ist sehr schwierig für mich.
Yeah. But you can speak with George or George always German, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
He is my great coach, and he teaches me German. I used to teach him English, but now he doesn't need me to teach him because his English is good already. So we speak three languages all the time, and it's quite fascinating. You know, Stefan, I think it really broadens our horizons. It helps us to communicate practically with anyone in the world, because between three languages, at least most people speak at least one language.
Yes, and you know, I also speak a little bit Spanish.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah, because I live in Spain, so I also have to speak Spanish.
Okay, let's do some Spanish expressions. Please say something for us.
Hola, mi amores, ¿qué tal? ¿Todo bien?
Ooh.
You know,
You live in my.
it's easier to speak with somebody in Spanish, and you know, my Spanish is not really perfect. I only speak Spanish how it comes into my head. So sometimes the grammar is not really correct, but the Spanish people are understanding me.
That's true, and I believe that people, even if you speak not very grammatically correct, nowadays nobody really picks on it, and nobody makes it complicated. People try to understand each other, and I think this is the beauty of it.
Yes, I think also it's not important that you speak grammatically correct, because the people are honoring that you are trying to speak their language.
Exactly, exactly. You know, Stefan, I spent 23 years in Dubai before coming to Germany, before joining George last year. I used to work and live in Dubai for 23 years, and this is the real multicultural, multilinguistical environment. And we could imagine, we could have sat around the business table, let's say a conference table or a friend's dinner table, and we could have so many languages around. You know, easily you can hear people speaking Arabic, Hindi, French, Spanish, you name it, German. And of course, the uniting language is English. To me, I think English is not really a foreign language. It's just the language of international communication.
Yes. And I think also it's not so important that we are reducing everything in one language, because we are all human beings, and we can understand each other because of seeing in our eyes and everything. You know, language is not so important.
True.
If you want to understand each other, you don't need language.
Yeah, so the intentions, what really matters, I guess.
Correct. And we learned this also, especially in the last year.
True, very true. And I think last year was kind of revealing in many aspects, revealing what is important, what is not so important. Don't you think?
Yes, and see who are your friends and everything.
Yes.
We learned a lot in the last year.
Yes, very much. And I also think that it was not a bad thing to slow down a little bit, because it was always so crazy, so fast moving, too dynamic, too happening. You know, we didn't have an opportunity to digest information or to feel the emotions, because it was always something new.
Always running. We are always on the run, and we cannot. I think in the past we were not able to enjoy the moment. You know, because it was always that you have to be in a place, and you have to be in a situation, and you have to hurry to the next situation. Now we learned a little bit to enjoy the moment.
Very true. Yes, I agree with you. Stefan, yes, okay. It's freezing little bit, but I can see you now. Yeah,
Yes.
it's okay, yeah? Okay,
Yes.
great. Yeah, but
I see you perfectly.
okay, that's great. Well, today is a really funny day in sense that, as I told you on the phone, the weather is crazy. It's raining, it's pouring all over Germany, and
And
it's a big.
George is still on the street?
He is, yes, he is fighting his way through the rainy highways. He is somewhere between Munich and Nuremberg at the moment. And yeah, he will be watching. He will be watching our conversation later
The
on.
most important thing is that he comes home safely.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, and I pray for that, and I'm sure this is how it's gonna be. Yeah.
Yes.
And even, but you know what? I was gonna ask you. Even though with all the stagnation of the last year, and maybe things went completely differently as we were planning, but you guys are not standing still. You have issued two beautiful songs, Paris and Istanbul.
And a completely new album. Yes.
Yes, please tell us more about it. I would love to hear more about it, please.
Well, of course, we worked on this album before the pandemic also, because it was a plan that we wanted to release in the beginning of. The plan was to release it in the beginning of 20 or in the middle of 2020, but it was not possible. So, but now we said, okay, fuck off the pandemic. And we have new music, and the people are also hungry for new music, even if they are staying at home. And this was our idea that we said, okay, let's release the new album. And especially me, I'm very proud about this album because we have in this album we show a little bit the, the the big possibilities of Genghis Khan. You know, we sing in English, we sing in German, we do international productions, and for me the most or the greatest thing is that we were able to work on this album with the fabulous Luis Rodriguez. And he was producing all the new songs and everything, and also the new recordings of the old songs. And for me, it's really a masterpiece of Genghis Khan, this album.
So when is it going to be available? When can we hear the whole album?
Well, the album is still or is already available in Russia since December. Yes. And for the rest of the world, it will be released in the middle of February, on the 17th of February.
And for Germany? When can we hear it in Germany?
17th February, yes.
Okay, I will mark this date. I would I would love to be one of the first people listening to the entire album, because also I'm quite curious. You have this tendency of naming songs after some capitals, after some very remarkable cities. Moscow, then came Paris,
yes.
Then came Istanbul. So I want to ask, what comes next? Dubai, perhaps, or Tel Aviv?
Oh, I would love to do a song about Dubai, because this is what we have to work together. We have to go to Dubai together. And,
yes, absolutely.
Yes, because I know we have a lot of fans in Dubai. And because I receive every day so much messages from all around the world, but also especially from Dubai. And the people are asking always, when will you come? Of course, at the moment, it's a little bit difficult, but we will work on it. But for me, it would be important because it would be my first time in Dubai, I have to tell you. I want to be there, and I want to have impressions from this city. And then maybe we can work on a song on it, because you need a feeling for it.
Yes, you just picked it from my tongue. You need to feel the place. It's a very, I can tell you, it's a very multicultural, very modern, very dynamic, very fast moving. At the same time, I must admit that Dubai is a bit artificial place, and I used to call it Disneyland for adults.
Yes.
This is this is my definition.
Disneyland, yes.
It is a Disneyland. It's a dream, you know. It's not entirely a real place, you know. It's not entirely reality. It's a created reality, and but this is something which is quite interesting to experience and to see how different cultures come across each other. That's what always fascinated me in Dubai. This cross cultural things.
How long you lived in Dubai?
23 years, half of my life.
Wow.
Yes. Yes, it's a long time, and I have seen Dubai growing up. I have seen Dubai becoming very multicultural. I have seen people coming to Dubai from all over the world. I have seen Dubai fighting the crisis of 2010 because that has hit Dubai. Dubai relies on travel, you know, and if there is no travel, then of course everything falls apart. And I used to be a presenter on Dubai Eye radio channel, which is a very multinational, multicultural radio channel. I used to do a Russian English program. Actually, it was supposed to be a Russian program, but I did it in 2 languages, Russian and English language. So I really wanted to blend Dubai community into with Russian community, you know. So because you have Latin American,
because the Russian community in Dubai is really a lot.
Yes, it used to be big, and I expect it to become even bigger. Mm-hmm. Yes, and now, mind you, Israel and Dubai opened the connection, and there are lots of Russian-speaking people living in Israel as well. So it's gonna become even more.
Yes, for sure. So we need to go there.
We need to work on your concert, on your tour in Dubai.
Definitely.
Definitely. Let's make it a plan for 2021.
Yes. You know, I always are open to work with George and with you also. It's always great to work with you guys.
Yes. Thank you so much. And we also have very, very special feeling about Чингиз Хан, about you personally. We always like to see your videos which you post on Facebook, your funny videos. And George told me just a couple of days ago, he mentioned that you have a tirhan in Mallorca. Is that correct?
No, not like a shelter or a tirhan. We live on our finca, and we have a lot of animals in our private home. We have, for example, 6 dogs, and we have a lot of chickens and peacocks, and now we have 2 ostriches also. So we have a little animal farm in our home.
Okay, wonderful. Yes, I can see lots of pictures with different animals and pets, yes. And you doing dog yoga by the poolside.
Yes. But it's also we have our private dogs. We save them from a bad life. They have a bad life before, but now they are living with us in our home, and this is our family.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. And we are also planning to have maybe 1 or 2 cats and a dog, so our family is gonna grow very soon.
Yes, animals are so important in your life.
Yes, they really reveal the best in you, and also they're so unconditionally loving you, so you cannot just not respond.
They don't care about who you are or what you are doing. They are
very true.
They love you because you are a person.
Yes, very true. They love you just because they love you. Yes. Very true. So what's your expectations of 2021? How would you like this year to become?
Oh, of course. First of all, I want to see all my family and all my friends again. You know, it was so hard in the last year, especially for me. One of the hardest thing was that I was not able to see my family in Germany, and also my family in Russia. I'm talking about my family in Russia. They are also now online. Hello, my darlings. Hello, Laila.
Hello, hello. Is
Hello.
Leila also watching us?
Yes.
Oh,
I
okay.
love you guys, and I miss you so much. I cannot explain how I miss you every day, really. For me, this was such a hard thing that I cannot see my guys from Russia. Because
Yeah.
that they are not only colleagues or we are working together. For me, they are family. They are in my heart, and this was really hard for me. And for 21, I want to see them and I want to hug them and I want to take them in my arms. And I want them back because they are a part of me. And now it's like a part of me is cutting. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So the feeling is same. I guess everybody has this feeling because we all miss some dear people who are our maybe family or our friends or someone special. Yes, and thanks to technologies, I think in 2020 we have really explored and we became very advanced in technologies, in communication technologies because of this situation. It kind of forced us, like we started this Instagram project back in May, and Leila was the very first guest of George.
I
Remember?
know, yes.
Yeah. And can you believe we have done 80, you are the 88th guest on our program.
Amazing. Could you imagine 2 years before that a project like this can rise and that today that this is a channel that we can communicate with our fans and with our family and everybody, this. But this is okay, maybe one of the good things that we learned, that we have this new
Yes.
channel to communicate together.
Yes, yes, this is definitely a good thing, and even technology is going further. And I don't know what's your take on it, but a couple of days ago, I listened to this report on Deutsche Welle that I think it was in Australia, one musical group organized a concert, and everyone was in a bubble. Imagine all guests came in this plastic bubbles, and musicians were also in plastic bubbles. And I had very mixed feelings about it. I don't know, do I like this idea or I don't like? What do you think?
Well, about like something like this, that we are performing in a bubble and we have the fans in a bubble. I have to say, I don't like this. For me, of course, we have to learn in the future that when we start to go back on stage in the next year
Yes,
or in this year,
yes.
we have to learn that we have to start step by step. Normally Genghis Khan is performing in stadiums with 60, 70,000 people. For sure, this is not possible in the near future. For sure not. So we have to learn that we start step by step and why not make smaller concerts? Because you have more feeling to the audience and you are more connected together and it's more intimate and
Yes.
so what I think we have to learn that we come down a little bit and always expect that we need audiences with 50,000 people. No, for sure not. It's also smaller events are also great, and I'm looking forward to do it. And also the idea, because when we spoke maybe 2 years ago about online concerts and everything, everybody was laughing and said, "What is this shit?" and everything. But this is now at the moment the future, and this is now how concerts maybe can work in the next months till we can go back on the bigger stages.
Aha, that was my next question, and you just picked it on from my tongue. Yeah, online concerts. So you think it's a good thing? It has future.
Why not? I think it's for the moment it's a good opportunity that we can connect with our fans, and and why not? We should not close ourselves always against new ideas and everything. We should be open for it.
I think so, yes. And I know that some artists already doing this online concerts.
Yes. For us,
And
it's a little bit difficult at the moment because it was not possible for me or for us to meet Laila, Tanya, and Dennis.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it was not possible to do an online concert. But let's wait a little bit. Maybe in the next month it would be possible. Or
Fingers crossed.
always.
Yes, I really wish you guys to finally meet together, come together, because you are a leading example of a truly international group. You even don't live in one country. You all live in different countries, and you come together and you put up such a great performances. So I would love to see you live, but also I would love to see you online. Yes, I'm with you. You know, I'm not sure if you did you hear about this Cats theater in Russia, Kuklachov theater?
No.
No? Oh, you might want to check it out because this is a very, very unique Cats theater, and it's one of a kind in the world, and it was started by the father of the current director. They're from the family. Their family name is Kuklachov. So the father is Yuri Kuklachov, and the son is Dmitry Kuklachov. And I'm not promoting them. We're just also very good friends with them. And it fascinates me how they do it with cats. And why I'm talking about them, because even Cats went online. They have organized a beautiful performance over the Christmas and New Year time. They have done online spectacle. It was the whole show. It's not just a short performance. It was like a 1 hour show with cats, with artists, with clowns, with everyone. And I think it's a great thing because imagine how many kids around the world were able to watch it, you know? So I think these online concerts really open, they broaden possibilities for people.
Yes, I think you as an artist you have to go into the scene because normally you work on stage and for you it's used to that it's normal that you have connected to the fans directly in front of the stage. For the online concert, you don't have a really directly reaction from the fans. You understand? But this is how you have to deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this is why we record our interviews, and you can record the online concert and you can get this reaction, you can watch it again, you can read comments, you can hear feedback, and yeah, we are also learning, yeah, you know?
Yes.
Not instant response, but there is response, definitely, and people appreciate it. You wouldn't believe, Stefan, you can expect today or after we save our interview in our feed, you can expect people from literally all over the world to watch it. Sometimes we receive feedback from countries we don't even expect it. Like recently we received a long comment was written to us from Canada, and the woman who wrote this comment, she said that she grew up in Kazakhstan, imagine, and she is native Korean. Yeah. She's ethnically Korean, so it's a truly it's a mix, and it's no boundaries. It breaks all possible boundaries, and I think this is really fascinating. How many people will be watching even our interview, and they can be living anywhere in a little village on top of the mountain, but they're still connected.
Of course, yes. I heard about this from Laila also when she made the interview with you. How many people connected her and wrote her messages and everything. It's amazing from all around the world.
Yeah, well, that's what motivates us, and that was inspires us to invite guests from different walks of life, from different areas. You know, most of our guests, of course, are musicians, but we also had guests from aviation, from psychology, you name it. You know, so George finds people everywhere, interesting people. The only one criteria for our guests: this person should be very interesting person.
I know all the time when we were in Germany and we worked with George, he was always busy to connect me with all the people at your events. And she said, you have to meet
Very
this guy,
true.
you have to meet this guy, you have to meet this guy. And I was always
Yeah.
busy to shake hands and say hello to everybody.
Yes, very true, very true. Connections and network always help.
It's important, especially
Yeah,
today, especially today.
yeah, very true. But speaking of Germany, don't you miss your native land, your Heimat?
My Heimat, my native land. Yes, of course. In your heart, or in my heart, I think I will always be German, and I am really close connected also to my family in Germany because
Hmm.
normally I speak every day or every second day with my mother or with my father in Germany, and I have a brother in Germany, and he has also a family there, and I'm still really connected in Germany. I also have a lot of friends, a lot of German people. I am also my mother is watching us at the moment. Hello, Mama. Um, um, I am always connected with German people, and of course Germany is always my Heimat and my country where I came from. And now I live in Spain, and I have here also, I live with Marichal and with Christian here on a finca, and we are, um, this is my family here also, and it's also my home country. But at the end, in the heart, you are always German.
Okay, so even if you've been traveling around the world, still the roots are calling, the roots are speaking. So please tell me, Stefan, what is it for you to being a German? What is it? What is the meaning of it for you?
I think, well, I think it's not important that you say I am German or I am Russian or I am Turkish or for me all people all around the world are the same. For me it's the first important thing is that you say that you are I am I am myself and I am a human being
Yes.
and that you are respecting all other nations, all other religions. For me, this is especially today. It's more important than before that we respect each other. Not because you are from which country you are or which ethnicity you have or something. It's for me. It's not. I cannot say what's important for me to be German or what makes me a German. I think I am not a typical German. I am just a human being.
Yes, yes, and you're true to yourself, and this is the most important thing, to be honest with yourself. Yeah, and
Yeah,
to keep your values and to stick with your beliefs. Yes, I
yeah,
cannot
yeah.
agree more. Yeah,
I think
and
when you want to make the world a better place, you always have to start every day that you start by yourself.
yes, very true. Yeah. But now, given this platform and the fact that people will be watching our interview anywhere in the world, would you like to say something to our audience? Something, I don't know, maybe share a thought or wish something for our viewers?
Well, first of all the viewers who are here, welcome. I'm happy that you are with us tonight, with me and with Marina. And I wish you all that we have in the nearest future a normal life again, and that we can travel all around the world and we can see each other. And the most important thing is that you stay healthy and you don't lose your belief in the good of the people and of the humanity. And I hope that the next year will be better than the last year. And yes, for all, don't lose your power and your energy, and the things will come better, I'm sure. And we are ready to see you again.
Thank you so much, Stefan. Yes, until till then, we still can stay connected. We still can talk on Instagram, on through other technological platforms, and we still keep our spirit up and we keep ourselves busy. I think it's also important to stay busy, maybe
and
to
keep open-minded for new ideas.
Yeah,
And let's
absolutely.
work on, if you have an idea, a new idea which maybe somebody didn't try before, don't worry about it. Try it. And we are now in the position that we can try all the new things and we cannot fail.
Yeah, very true. Very true, Stefan. Speaking of new things, I wanted to ask you, have you ever thought of maybe playing in a movie?
Oh, yes, why not? Actually, I played in a movie some years ago in Germany.
Okay.
It was in a thriller. When you watch it, when you search it in the internet, you find it.
Uh-huh.
I played in a movie already, but you know, I have really a lot of respect of the business of acting. You know, because acting is really you have to, it's a hard job. And but I am, for me I think the best roles would be to play like comedies or something, you know, because I don't take myself too serious, and I think I would be great in playing comedies. But but why not? But why not? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. At the moment, I don't have any offer for this.
Speaking of comedies, then, who is your favorite? Is it Jean-Paul Belmondo or Adriano Celentano or Louis de Funès? Which one would be your favorite?
When you name these three guys, for me it would be Louis de Funès.
Aha, and why
Yeah.
would that?
Yes, because he was always he was not afraid of being himself. You know, when you see his roles, he always it's, you know, it's really important when you are acting, you have to let down your clothes. For it's the at the end it's the same like a singer, because
Yeah.
you know when you are a singer, and then for example when you go into the studio and you are standing in the studio, you are completely naked.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and I think for an actor, it's the same. You have to learn that you have to fall down all your barriers and everything, and have to only play the role. And for me, like Louis de Funès was one of the actors who made this perfectly.
Yes, I agree with you. He is also my favorite. And also, I must say, I like the acts of Adriano Celentano. He was always in his own way.
Also a great singer. Yes.
Yeah, also a great singer. And I really hope to see new comedians, young generation of great comedians coming into the stage and continuing this art, because comedy is a big art, isn't it?
Yes, yes, but you know, today comedy is a little bit is such a has such a big range today. You know
Yeah.
when sometimes when I watch the TV and I see a comedy show, I'm sitting there and I say, okay, this is not really funny. For me, the best comedy is really the old comedy.
Yes, I agree with you. Yes, I don't like to be told when I should laugh. So it's good
That's
to
it.
decide
That's
by
it.
yourself when.
Yes, if somebody has a sign, in fact, now you have to laugh. So,
No, no, thank you, but no.
yes.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your answer. What about movies, stories, and style? I will ask you about a couple of movies. Let's say Pirates of the Caribbean or D'Artagnan and Three Musketeers. Which one is yours?
For me, more than the Three Musketeers. Because you know, I have a little bit problem because with the Pirates of the Caribbean, because you know, when I'm on stage, I have the wig with the long hair, and
Yeah.
always the people are say, "Ah, look, there is Johnny Depp."
Yeah.
I mean, I love Johnny Depp. I have no problem with Johnny Depp, but you know, it's I don't see me like the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
I saw the movies also, but if you want to make me a decision, for me it's also more historical. The Three Musketeers.
Okay, great. Accept that. And out of Three Musketeers and D'Artagnan, which one is the closest to you? Which character?
D'Artagnan.
D'Artagnan.
Yes.
So he is always up for a fight. He always feels that he is right, and he always wants to go and get it.
Yes.
Okay, great.
You know, I had to fight so much fights in my life. So for me, this is I am more close to D'Artagnan.
Okay, not a strange thing. Yeah,
No.
I guess it's true. And when we really working hard for on something, or we fight for something, then we really value it, and we feel the enjoyment of getting it. You know.
Yes, you know, if you don't want to fight about something, then it's not worth it.
Very true.
So if you don't want to fight, and especially in the theme of Genghis Khan, I had to fight in the last years so much fights, and but it was always worth it.
Yeah, I can imagine. You mentioned Chinggis Khan. Um, Speaking of historical time, if you were free to decide when you want to leave, which place and time would you have chosen?
Hmm. This is a little bit difficult. I think I really loved the time of the Baroque, but because of the style and everything, you know, everybody they had special dresses, and but I
Yes.
think it was also a really hard time. Um, I think I, I think I had the privilege to had my youth in the very best time. I had my youth in the 80s. And for me, the 80s have been the greatest area in the history because there was, you know, everybody was really relaxed, and we had such great music,
Yes.
um, and also the 80 iconics are also still here today. So you see how remarkable this decade was in. So
Yeah.
I am happy in with my life. I am living now in this period. It's all good.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. And 80s, yes, I cannot agree more that 80s was a great era in pop music and rock music. It has created so many great names. And George always says that at that time, because there was no advanced musical technology, all these mixers and hugely advanced amplifiers and computers. So musicians really had to play music. They had to
Yes,
sing live, they had to
yes,
play live, they had to do it together. And maybe this is what has been, I hope not lost, but kind of put aside, maybe nowadays, technologies.
yes, yes. And the people were more. they tried. Always, they are always working in process. You know, today people are only, they have to be, I want to go on Main Street and I have to go on the line. And in the 80s, the people, for example, in the music, the people are trying different styles and trying also some melodies, which you say, oh, I don't know, this really is a melody or something, but they did it. But this has lost a little bit today in the new music.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know, maybe the current time, the fact that we are all kind of going back to basics, back to our roots, in a way, maybe it will reveal some great new musicians who just play at home from their home studios, and they don't have this huge computer technologies
Of course,
you know.
yes.
So hopefully, let's see. But yes, I cannot agree more. I remember the 80s because it's also the time of my youth, and it was a time of great music and great musicians. Yeah,
Yes.
very true.
But you know, but we have to be also open for the new music of today and the new talents also.
Yes.
For example, for me, I'm always listening to new music and I'm always following also new artists. And for me, it is always important to work with new and fresh artists also because they bring you also new ideas and inspirations. It's very important.
Yes.
I am not closed for the new music and everything, and also not for new artists. We have great artists also today, and for me, it's always important to work with these artists also to have to see which ideas they have and everything.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. So let's see. The last decade has brought lots of interesting new styles, and ethnical theme came into perspective very much. And we heard we observed some waves from Latin America, from Africa, from Asia. And it was all blended into the new style of fusion music. Quite interesting, I must say.
Yes, yes. And for me, it's also important that we combine different styles from all around the world. You know, this is also Чингиз Khan. You hear it on the new album. We took so much inspirations from all around the world, from Africa and everywhere, and we brought it into our music, and this is great.
Yeah, yeah, great. And how about classical music? Was there any inspiration taken from Beethoven or Mozart or someone else?
Yes, yes. You have a very classical song on our new album, which is called Madame Butterfly.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I really cannot wait to.
It's totally classical inspired.
Wow, very interesting. So I'm really looking forward to listening to the entire album, and I know that it's a masterpiece of Чингиз Хан. You mentioned that, and I do completely believe, because there was so much of experience, musical experience, personal experience invested into it, and lots of technology also was contributed. So I look forward to the release of your new album. And the name of it is?
Here we go.
Here we go. Yes, this is your new hashtag. Here we go. Here we go, people. Please make sure that on 17th of February, here we go. Are you
ready for us?
you are ready for the new album of Чингиз Хан. Stefan, it's amazing how our conversation flow was today. We touched on so many topics, so many interesting discussions we had. And I'm going to wrap up our interview with George's traditional question, which he asks everyone. And it fascinates us how different people answer these questions, but they're very simple questions. But everyone has their own very personal, very specific answer. So the question is, if one day you met the God, the creator, what do you think he would ask you?
what do you think he would ask me? I don't. Well, I think he would ask me to. Have you been happy with your life you have lived? And did you made all things right? And and are you ready to leave this world maybe now? Maybe this he would ask me, and I hope that in the day I would see him, and I hope, I'm not. Now we come to the theme of religion and everything. I'm not really religious, but I believe.
Yes.
For me, it's not that we have Allah, that we have a God, or that we have, but I believe that there is something above us, and
Yes.
and everything has a reason why we are here and why what we do every day. So
Yes.
I hope one day when I go to this next world that I can that when if he asks me, are you ready to go now? That I say yes. I have done everything in this world, and I'm ready now to go to the next world. This would be the greatest thing for me. For me,
Stefan,
it's
thank
not
you so
not
much.
not not to say that you have been famous or that you have been rich or that you have been sold million of records, but did you think you made something good in this world? And then if I can say yes, I am happy.
This is called awareness and spirituality. And I guess it's nothing to do with religion,
No,
it's
no, no, I'm
it's
not
that.
religious. I'm
Yeah,
not religious, but I believe.
yeah.
Yes.
It's understanding of this highest purpose and highest this destiny, if you will, and I can feel that. Yes, I feel the same actually, Stefan. We're talking for the first time, and you've been friends with George for years, and you've been talking to him so many times,
So
but.
many years.
Yes, but it really fascinates me how well our first conversation went today and how many common grounds we found. And I look forward to meeting in person at some point somewhere in Germany or in Mallorca.
It will
And
be this year. I promise you we will see each other this year.
yes, let's do that. Yeah, I have a strong feeling it's going to happen this year too.
Yes, yes.
Stefan, on this wonderful note, I thank you very much for this conversation. And dear friends, once again, our guest today is Stefan Trak from the world famous group of Чингис Хан. And we are wrapping up for today, but we are not saying goodbye. We are saying see you soon.
See you soon. See you soon. And Marina, thank you for the nice conversation. It was a big pleasure to speak with you. And please also say hello to George when he comes back this night. And
yes,
I love you guys so much, and I hope that we see us soon again.
we love you too, Stefan, and we love everyone in Чингис Хан group. Please pass our best and warmest regards to every person in Чингис Хан, and we cannot wait. We so look forward to meeting all of you in person, and we so look forward to listening to your new album, Here We Go.
Thank you. You will love
it. Thank you so much, Stefan. Have a wonderful evening and see you soon.
You too. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. Ciao. Ciao.